What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to JellyGoonTV. Welcome back to all you beautiful people on YouTube. Today we have another video. This is 10 most protected people in the world. But before we go to that, I want to recommend my music channel, AnxiousRapTv. We have 2 songs over there. I have 2 songs over there. Beautiful and fake rappers. So go over and check them out if you really want to join my music and, fucking support it. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. Anyway, let's get into this video. 10 most protected people in the world. Let's see what's going on, man. I want to see what the protected people are in the world. So let's go. I want to see this
10
shit.
most protected people in the world. Number 10. Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Seriously? Wow.
Undefeated boxer
Nice.
Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. is worth over $500 million
Wow.
and spared no expense on his $25 million LA mansion in 2017. Security is
spend that
no
money on
different
that.
with CCTV cameras and other state-of-the-art security measures covering the expensive property, which even has a suite on site for staff. This follows the fighter's former home being robbed in 2008, and after losing $7 million, he's visibly rethought his home security.
Of
But
course, man.
despite
Good
being
job.
one of the
Smart
greatest
man.
fighters of all time, Mayweather's real protection comes in the form of his personal security team. Everywhere he travels, Mayweather is accompanied by 1,470 pounds of human protection. That's pounds in weight, not British money. His 4-man personal security team wear the Money Team t-shirts, ranging from size 3XL to 7XL, the largest of which belongs to the 7'1" Alfonso Reddick. The former footballers, boxers and basketball players respond to Mayweather's instruction to put up that great wall, and they all fall into formation, hiding him from sight entirely.
Wow.
High salaries and generous bonuses from Mayweather even ensure that the team sacrifices most of their free time to be on call for the boxer 24 hours a day.
That is crazy.
Number 9.
That's homies. That's
JayZ
protection.
and Beyonce.
Ooh, JayZ and
In
Beyonce. I like
2014,
those two,
US
man.
Representative
Amazing
Hakeem
people.
Jeffries rallied for stronger presidential protection by pointing out that JayZ had better security than President Obama.
Wow.
Although, in defense of the US government, JayZ has better security than most. In 2011, after the birth of their first child, he and Beyonce invested in an armored car to keep Blue Ivy safe. They also spent big on protecting the hospital where their first child was born. Reports claim that Beyonce had spent $1.3 million on a bulletproof maternity ward, and although the couple denied these claims, security was indeed tight. That's according to Neil Coulon of Brooklyn, who claims he was unable to visit his twin daughters in the same hospital because Beyonce's security would not let him in. Their next big security investment came in 2014, when the power couple built a security fortress on their $88 million Bel Air mansion. This included a 10-car carport and living quarters solely for their security team. That was to protect their assets while on their On the Run 2 tour, which in turn saw them hire 500 security staff. This included 16 personal bodyguards watching the couple and their daughter 24/7.
That is crazy.
Number 8.
That is amazing,
Bill
man.
Gates.
Bill
Given
Gates, of
his
course.
fluctuating status as the richest man in
Yeah,
the
he
world,
needs
it's
to be
no
protected.
surprise that Microsoft founder Bill Gates surrounds himself with extensive security. But Gates reassessed his personal safety after he was hit in the face with a pie in 1999, and these precautions have increased to, frankly, Bond villain levels. His $150 million lakeside complex outside Seattle was built with the most high-tech security systems in the world. One of the most impressive of these is a PIN system where every guest controls their preferred room temperature, music, and other variables through a PIN pad.
What?
This hospitality function also allows the house to recognize when unauthorized visitors enter by their lack of a PIN pad and even their weight not matching that of any approved guests. Said guests are also heavily protected.
That's so
the
sad if
attendees
you
of
gain
Gates'
weight.
National Governors Association
That is
party
so sad.
in 2004. The party had Homeland Security manning the doors, and the security perimeter blocked large parts of Lake Washington. While the lake is public, getting too close to Gates' complex on Lake Washington will see you swarmed by security speedboats in a matter of seconds, and promptly turned around.
Wow, that's crazy.
Number 7.
This guy does not give a damn.
Tom Cruise's
Tom Cruise,
approach
of
to
course.
secrecy and security is no different to the enigmatic religion of which he's a member and benefactor. In 2008, The Telegraph reported that the Mission Impossible star had been receiving death threats from anti-Scientology activists. A source told the paper that this scared Cruise so much he'd informed the FBI and requested protection for him and his family. This went so far as Cruise traveling in bomb-proof cars and living in a separate location to his daughter Suri and then wife Katie Holmes.
That is
Reports even
crazy,
claim
man.
that Cruise built an
That's
underground
fucked up,
bunker in
too.
his Colorado estate at the cost of around
Nobody has
$7
to do
million.
that with their child
An
and
anonymous
everything,
source
man.
even described the survival
I don't
bunker
care what you
as having a
believe.
high-tech air purifying system where up to 10 people can survive for years. In 2013, it was reported that Cruz spent $50,000 a week alone on protection for his daughter. This provided her double the 2 rings of security agents that he had following him. It's even believed Suri had a body double for extra protection, although recent reports claiming Cruz is estranged from his daughter may scupper this heavy security detail. Number 6. Vladimir Putin. Russia's Federal Protection
what?
Service is an agency as secretive as they are powerful. Tasked primarily with the protection of body number 1, that's Vladimir Putin, the agency's origins lie in the KGB and share their ruthless reputation. Allegedly, their methods include the use of a Putin body double for his more dangerous engagements and a number of underhand techniques to safeguard the president. Despite limited to no public data existing about the group, it's believed that its members retain the right to wiretap, detain and search the homes of Russia's citizens. They also have control of every main street in Moscow between state agency buildings and other sensitive sites, keeping dossiers on their residents to provide the president safe.
I think people, they overreact a little bit, but yeah, I get it.
Members of the service, as many as 3,000 specifically work for the Presidential Security Service, many of whom are rewarded for their loyalty with valuable land. In 2019, it was even revealed that GPS spoofing technology had been used to mask the location and movements of the president with false GPS signals, although Russia officially denies responsibility.
Of course.
Number 5. Pope Francis.
Pope Francis.
At over 500 years old, the Pontifical Swiss Guard is one of the oldest standing military units in the world. Founded in 1506 by Pope Julius II, the small army is made up of top ex-members of the Swiss armed forces and must be unmarried 19 to 30-year-old Catholic males. The Guard serves to protect the Pope and guard the Vatican. Early on, they were embroiled in a number of military engagements, but in recent history, the role has become more ceremonial. That was until 1981, when Pope John Paul II was shot 4 times. According to church historian Alistair Sear, security then became top priority. This saw 3 other papal assassination plots uncovered, using a range of new technologies, including video surveillance and large
the Pope
databases
upgraded. He
of
no longer believe in God.
The Swiss Guard now receive extra training in lethal and non-lethal weapons.
What's wrong? You have God on your side, man. Come on.
They may not look particularly dangerous with their 15th century halberds, but the Swiss Guard also boasts one of the world's most impressive arsenals. This includes the same armor-piercing rifles favoured by the SEAL Team 6 and a host of other advanced weaponry that allow them to safeguard the Holy Father. Number 4. Mark Zuckerberg. Facebook's controversial billionaire creator has always spent more on security than his Silicon Valley peers. In 2017, the US Securities and Exchange Commission showed that Facebook spent $4.26 million alone on its CEO's protection. The next highest spend on security for a tech CEO was the $1.6 million a year spent on Amazon's Jeff Bezos. And Zuckerberg's security was 20 times the amount spent on Apple's Tim Cook.
That's crazy.
Between 2012 and 2017, Zuckerberg's personal security costs increased more than 500%. But this was dwarfed again in 2018. Zuckerberg decided to up his protection again, and Facebook approved a $10 million annual budget for him to do so. This excessive budget can be put down to a number of factors, not least Zuckerberg's famed paranoia. In 2013, he bought 4 houses surrounding his Silicon Valley house.
Who the hell wouldn't get paranoia when you were a boss of
$30
Facebook?
million, but allegedly leased them back to their owners. Supposedly, Zuckerberg did this on the condition that he would decide who would replace the tenants if they chose to move, ensuring he always had trustworthy neighbors. Number 3. Donald Trump. Love or hate him, I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments down below regardless, it's hard to deny that Donald Trump has a fair amount of critics, which is certainly reflected in his security budget. For example,
because he's like a
according to
kid,
the
it's supposed to be professional and talk professional.
Protecting President Obama and his family during his incumbency cost roughly $16 million a year.
Really
but the LA Times
America,
reported that Trump racked in a security debt of $29.4 million after just 100 days as president. As well as this, Congress projected a budget of $120 million.
That car right there, I think, is so much bulletproof.
That's just a few million shy of the budget for all 8 years under Obama. But even before he reached the White House, Trump was a well-known figure with an extensive security detail. For instance, for 120 days prior to the election on November 9th, presidential candidates still in the race
Make America great again.
by the Secret Service. But to be doubly safe, Trump's campaign continued funding private security, spending $262,074 on it in just over a month, between October 20th and November 28th. This meant he was covered 24/7, not only
wouldn't
by the
spend
best
that on
private
2
security
years,
money could buy, but also the best the taxpayer could
Because
offer.
then you have the
Not to
double
mention the
dollars.
fleet of armoured cars and planes granted to him as president.
Wow.
Number 2. Kim Jong Un. In 2018, Kim Jong Un's security team
I can't wait to
source
see
of
who
global
number 1 is.
fascination when they were seen running in formation around the dictator's car. According to Washington Post Beijing bureau chief Anna Fifield, Kim got this human shield idea from watching Clint Eastwood in The Line of Fire as a boy.
Nice.
The rest of the Supreme Leader's security measures don't sound any less like they come from a movie either. Allegedly, Kim's food is all taste tested to avoid poisoning, and his personal toilet follows him everywhere, so foreign governments can't analyse his DNA for health information.
What?
These security measures are all overseen by the 100,000-strong Supreme
got
Guard
paranoid.
Command. But only the most elite of this group
they
are
probably
selected
will
for
do it.
Kim's Guard Command. The only people allowed to carry firearms near Kim are painstakingly selected for their health, eyesight, martial arts and firearm capabilities, as well as their looks and personality. Bodyguards must also be around the same height as the diminutive dictator and are only selected from North Korea's most loyal political families.
Oh, okay.
According to defector Ri Yong-guk, up to 6 different layers of these guards form a security blanket even a single ant would find it hard to go through. Number 1.
Like a
Queen
Yakuza.
Elizabeth II.
Queen Elizabeth,
Britain's
what?
current monarch is so heavily protected by an array of armed personnel that in 2017, when she went for an unannounced stroll in the garden, it almost got her shot. Elizabeth II was thought to be an intruder and was quickly spotted by one of the Royal Protection Squad, who protect her 24 hours a day, except seemingly from herself. The squad was formed in 1983, and today a reported 185 SAS-trained officers watch over the royal family at an annual cost of around 27 million British taxpayer pounds.
Not
the RPS
nice.
operates out of a former police station, which was built next to the palace at the cost of $1.9 million following a security breach in 1982. This all sounds pretty reasonable for the head of the British Empire, but the true extent of Elizabeth's protection was exemplified in a 1960s visit to Pakistan. According to royal biographer Robert Hardman, when the Queen held a tea party at the Lahore fort, all men and some women were excluded. The 200 women who did attend were only allowed within 15 feet of the Queen, subject to a medical test and X-ray attesting they were healthy. Hardman even mentioned that one crestfallen Lahore matriarch could not meet Liz because she had a sore throat. So that was the 10 most protected people
seriously?
in the world. Which one
I think
surprised
she
you the
did
most, and
something
have we
else.
missed any out? Let me know in the
Let me
comments
pause
down
here,
below.
man. That was crazy, man. That was really crazy. Man, these people really need that protection. That is the crazy part, though. But Queen Elizabeth? Seriously? I didn't expect that one to be the number 1. And Kim Jong Un or whatever, he got people running after cars because he saw it in the Clint Eastwood movie, I think. Oh man, this is crazy. People, they need a lot of protection, but you have to understand that what they carry on their backs. So many people write those hate comments and everything, like you see down in the comments below, but they're not many, trust me. There's so many good subscribers and viewers that actually leave positive comments, but there's some negatives now and then when you think, like, what are you thinking, dude? Like, why would you comment on a video you hate, right? But yeah, like I didn't do that before. I respect it, fuck it. But that was a crazy video, guys and girls. If you really like this video, please hit the like button down below. And we almost at 1,000 subscribers, so it'd be massively appreciated. If you would, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be updated on the newest videos that I upload. But anyway, guys, I'm going to move on into the next one. Peace.